Who could have seen this coming? Michigan drops bombs on Ohio State all day long. Who could have seen this coming? J.J. McCarthy was just a pedestrian quarterback who threw for some yards at Michigan and then hand off to the plethora of running backs that the U of M has. Instead, Ohio State, in a bit of a surprise, committed their defense. They committed their front seven to stuff the run. And they thought they could trust their secondary in single-man coverage to hold up. Well, what happened? J.J. McCarthy avoided the pass rush from the seven-man front, continually stepped up in the pocket. He threw 3 deep touchdown passes that killed Ohio State. And then while the Buckeyes were reeling, then they unleashed Donovan Edwards, the backup running back, and he busted off runs of 75 and 85 yards. And C.J. Stroud just really struggled with make anything happen. His receivers, for the most part, disappeared on him. The Buckeyes, of course, had injury problems too at running back. They were down their 1 and their 2 guy. And at the end of the day, Michigan beat him for the second time in a row and beat him terribly in posting that victory to win the Big Ten, to move themselves further up the board into the playoffs and essentially knock Ohio State out of the playoff race, at least at this state. Jim Harbaugh has now beaten him 2 in a row, and Ryan Day is like John Cooper in Columbus. John Cooper, former Buckeyes head coach, who was horrible against Michigan. Ryan Day is 0-2 against the Maize and Blue. Not easy times there. So now we wait to see what happens in championship conference play on Saturday to see if there are any upsets. Michigan obviously is going to play in the Big Ten title game. Ohio State's regular season is done. We find out now where they go to play. Your reaction when you saw what the guys from up north did to the guys down south?
Well, I mean, that's a brutal rivalry, right? I mean, you're wearing your Ohio U jersey right now. So I was happy to see Jim Harbaugh have a victory because he had been getting pushed around, knocked around. Ohio State is kind of like Alabama North. You know, they're one of the dominant teams. So it was nice to see them get blown out in the Horseshoe, that's a big victory for Michigan and those guys, especially after they lost Hutchinson from last year and their team had to be reconfigured. So I'm all in on Team Blue here. I mean, good for the Michigan Wolverines.
Hail to the victors because Michigan got it done.